All right, here we are, diving deep into one of the most profound and mystical experiences you can have in this lifetime, discovering your true twin flame. Let me tell you, this is not just some ordinary relationship we're talking about. It's not the kind of connection you swipe right on or something you stumble upon casually. No, this is sacred. It's life-changing. And for those of you who are the chosen ones, the ones who are meant to transcend the ordinary, this journey is one of the most important you'll ever undertake. But what does it even mean to find your twin flame? Let's start by asking a really essential question. How do you know you're not just chasing a fantasy? How do you know you're not confusing intense chemistry or infatuation with the real thing? This is where we begin, with understanding the first sign, the divine connection. You see, a twin flame connection is unlike anything else because it's spiritual before it's physical. It's like meeting an extension of your own soul. It's as if you've known this person far beyond this lifetime, beyond the physical plane. When you meet your twin flame, there's this immediate, almost overwhelming feeling that something profound is happening. It shakes you. And that's the first sign, the feeling of recognition. It's not just, oh, I like this person or we have a lot in common. It's more like, where have you been all my life? Or how do I already know you so deeply? It's as though your soul remembers them.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
Now I know some of you might be wondering, isn't this just like meeting a soulmate? And here's where we need to make a distinction. A soulmate is someone who comes into your life to help you grow, to challenge you, to love you in a way that supports your evolution. But a twin flame, that's something else entirely. A twin flame is your mirror. And that brings us to the next sign, the intense mirroring. When you meet your true twin flame, you're not only meeting someone who feels like home, you're meeting someone who reflects back to you all the parts of yourself, the good, the bad, and the parts you've been avoiding. This can be incredibly intense because it's not always comfortable to see yourself so clearly. But here's the thing, this mirroring isn't about judgment. It's about growth. It's about growth. It's about healing. Your twin flame shows you who you truly are in your strengths and your vulnerabilities. And through this reflection, you're given the opportunity to evolve, to become the highest version of yourself. Now, here's a deep question for you. Are you ready to face yourself? Because a true twin flame connection will force you to confront the parts of you that you've been hiding from. It's not all rainbows and butterflies. In fact, it can be downright painful at times. But if you're one of the chosen ones, if you're on this path, then you know that true growth only happens when you're willing to face the discomfort, to do the inner work. This is what makes the twin flame journey so transformative. And let's talk about the synchronicities. That's the third sign. When you find your twin flame, the universe starts throwing signs at you left and right. You'll start seeing repeating numbers 1111, 222, 333, as if you're being guided by some higher force. You might start having dreams about them before you even meet them. You'll notice strange coincidences that seem too meaningful to be random. It's as if the universe is conspiring to bring you two together, aligning everything perfectly so that you can meet and fulfill your divine purpose. But here's the thing, are you paying attention? Because these signs are subtle, and if you're not tuned in, you might miss them. The universe speaks in whispers, not shouts. It's up to you to quiet the noise in your mind and listen to the guidance that's all around you. The next sign, and this one is a big one, is the push-pull dynamic. Twin flame relationships are known for this intense energetic dance, where one person might pull away while the other feels this magnetic pull towards them. It can feel confusing, even frustrating, because it seems like just as you're getting close, something shifts and creates distance, But this push-pull isn't a sign that something's wrong. It's a sign that both of you are undergoing immense inner growth. It's like your souls are learning how to balance the intensity of the connection, learning how to harmonize your energies. But this leads me to ask you, are you willing to be patient with the process? Because this journey is not a straight line. It's not a fairy tale. It's a spiral of growth, healing, and evolution. It requires patience, surrender, and a deep trust in the process. And as much as you might want to rush into union, the truth is that you will only come together fully when both of you have done the necessary inner work. And then there's the final sign, unconditional love. This is the foundation of the twin flame connection. No matter what happens, no matter how much distance or conflict arises, the love you feel for your twin flame is unwavering. It's not conditional on them behaving a certain way or meeting your expectations. It's a deep, soul-level love that transcends the physical, that transcends time and space. It's the kind of love that says, I see you, all of you, and I love you anyway. But here's the final, and perhaps the most important question for this part. Are you ready to love unconditionally? Because that's what this journey asks of you. It asks you to love without attachment, without needing anything in return. It asks you to love from a place of wholeness, not from a place of lack. And that's where the real transformation happens. All right, let's dive deeper into this incredible journey that only a few are called to walk. If you're still with me, it means you're likely one of the chosen ones, and you're ready to explore the next phase of this sacred connection. Now that we've touched on the initial signs of meeting your twin flame, let's talk about one of the most challenging yet transformative aspects of the twin flame journey: separation and reunion. This is where things get real. Once you've experienced the initial connection, the synchronicities, and the undeniable spiritual recognition, something happens that can feel like everything is falling apart. This is the separation stage, and it's one of the most misunderstood parts of the twin flame journey. You see, society has conditioned us to believe that true love is easy, that once you find the one, everything just falls into place, and it's smooth sailing from there. But with twin flames, the reality is very different. This connection transcends the ordinary. It's meant to push you into the deepest parts of yourself, to trigger your unresolved wounds, and to force you to grow in ways you never thought possible. So, why does this separation happen? Why, after feeling such an intense soul-level connection, do many twin flames experience a period of distance, of being apart? The answer is simple but profound: you both need to heal. Twin flames are two halves of the same soul, but you're not necessarily at the same level of spiritual evolution when you meet. One of you may be more awakened, more ready for the intensity of the connection, while the other still has deep inner work to do. The separation allows both of you to evolve individually, to heal old wounds, and to prepare for the eventual reunion. But here's the key: separation is not a punishment. It's not a sign that you've done something wrong, or that you're not meant to be together. In fact, it's the opposite. It's a necessary part of the journey that allows you to become your highest self, so that when you do reunite, you're able to create a relationship that is truly aligned with your soul's purpose. Let me ask you this: are you willing to embrace the pain of separation as part of your spiritual growth? Because the truth is, this phase can be incredibly painful. You might feel abandoned, confused, or like the universe is playing some cruel joke on you. But what if I told you that this separation is actually one of the greatest gifts you'll ever receive? What if I told you that the pain you're feeling is a catalyst for your transformation? This is where you're being asked to surrender, to let go of control, and to trust the process. During the separation phase, it's crucial to focus on your own healing. This is not the time to chase your twin flame or to obsess over when or how the reunion will happen. Instead, this is the time to turn inward, to address your own wounds, and to cultivate a deep sense of self-love and wholeness. Remember, your twin flame is your mirror. The more you heal yourself, the more you heal the connection. Now, here's something important to understand about this journey. You are always connected. Even during separation, even when you're not physically together, the connection between twin flames is never broken. It exists beyond time and space. You're still communicating energetically, still influencing each other's growth and healing. So, while it may feel like they're gone, they're not. They're with you in spirit, and every step you take towards your own healing is bringing you both closer to reunion. Let's talk about reunion, because this is the moment that so many of you are longing for. After the period of separation, after you've done the deep inner work, the universe will conspire to bring you back together. And when this happens, it's not just a physical reunion, it's a spiritual one. This is where you're able to come together as two whole beings, ready to create something powerful and transformative. The love between you is no longer rooted in attachment or need, but in mutual respect, unconditional love, and a shared sense of purpose. But here's the question I want to ask you: are you ready for reunion? Because reunion is not just about being with the person you love. It's about stepping into your divine mission together. Twin flames are not just here to have a romantic relationship, they're here to create something that serves the world. They're here to raise the collective vibration, to be an example of what true, unconditional love looks like. So, if you're truly ready for reunion, you have to ask yourself, am I ready to step into my purpose? Am I ready to serve a higher calling with my twin flame? And here's another thing: reunion doesn't always happen right away. Sometimes, after the initial separation, there are multiple cycles of coming together and pulling apart. This is because the healing process is not linear. It's like peeling back the layers of an onion. Each time you come together, you're given the opportunity to heal another layer, to go even deeper. So, don't get discouraged if it doesn't all happen at once. Trust that the timing is divinely orchestrated and that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Now, let's talk about how to navigate the separation phase. First and foremost, you need to cultivate patience. This journey is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It requires you to trust the process, to trust the timing, and to trust that everything is happening for your highest good. Next, focus on your own spiritual practices. Whether it's meditation, journaling, energy healing, or working with a mentor, this is the time to go inward and do the inner work that's needed for your growth. The more you focus on your own healing, the more you'll be able to support your twin flame's healing as well. And finally, practice unconditional love, not just for your twin flame, but for yourself. This journey is about learning to love without conditions, without expectations. It's about loving from a place of wholeness, not lack. And that starts with loving yourself fully, exactly as you are. So here's the final question for this part: are you willing to love yourself fully, even when it feels like everything around you is falling apart? Because that's the key to reunion. The more you embrace your own wholeness, the more you'll attract your twin flame back into your life. Now that we've explored the profound dance of separation and reunion, let's dive into one of the most powerful aspects of the twin flame journey: healing and awakening. This is the heart of why twin flames come into our lives. It's not just about the intense connection or the romance, though those are certainly part of it. At its core, the twin flame journey is about spiritual evolution. When you encounter your twin flame, You're being given a unique opportunity, an opportunity to awaken to your highest potential, to heal your deepest wounds, and to step into your true purpose. But here's the thing, healing is not always pretty. It's not always comfortable. In fact, meeting your twin flame often triggers a kind of spiritual upheaval that can feel overwhelming, and this is by design. Your twin flame is here to act as a mirror, reflecting back to you the parts of yourself that are still wounded, the parts that need to be brought into the light so they can be healed. This is why the connection can feel so intense, so tumultuous at times. It's because the energy between you is designed to accelerate your growth. Now, let me ask you a question. Are you ready to face your shadow? Because that's what this journey is asking of you. It's asking you to confront the parts of yourself that you've been avoiding, the fears, the insecurities, the old wounds from your past. The twin flame journey will bring all of this to the surface, and it can feel like everything is falling apart. But what if, instead of resisting this process, you embraced it? What if you saw these challenges as invitations to heal, to grow, to become more of who you truly are? Let's break this down a little. When you meet your twin flame, it's like a spiritual catalyst is ignited. All of a sudden, things that you've been suppressing for years start bubbling to the surface. Maybe you've been carrying around unresolved trauma from past relationships, or maybe there's a part of you that doesn't feel worthy of love. Whatever it is, your twin flame will trigger these issues, not to hurt you, but to help you heal. This is one of the greatest gifts of the twin flame connection. It forces you to confront your own limitations, your own beliefs about yourself, and to heal them. But here's the key: healing is your responsibility. Your twin flame can trigger your wounds, but they can't heal them for you. That's your work. And this is where a lot of people get stuck. They get caught in a cycle of blame or expectation, thinking that their twin flame should come in and fix everything, should make everything better. But that's not how it works. The twin flame journey is about self-mastery. It's about learning to heal yourself, to take responsibility for your own emotions, your own growth. So here's the real question: are you willing to take responsibility for your healing? Because this is where the magic happens. When you stop looking outside of yourself for validation or healing, and instead turn inward, you unlock a new level of power. You start to realize that the healing you've been seeking is already within you. And the more you heal yourself, the more you align with the energy of your twin flame, and the closer you come to reunion. Now let's talk about the concept of awakening. The twin flame journey is not just about healing old wounds, it's about awakening to your true spiritual nature. When you meet your twin flame, something inside you shifts. It's like you suddenly remember who you really are. You start to see beyond the illusions of the physical world and realize that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. This is what we call spiritual awakening, and it's one of the most powerful aspects of the twin flame connection. But awakening isn't always easy. In fact, it can be incredibly disorienting at first. You might start to question everything you thought you knew about life, about love, about yourself. Old belief systems that no longer serve you will start to crumble, and this can feel unsettling. But here's the thing: awakening is an act of liberation. It's about freeing yourself from the limitations of your ego, from the stories you've been telling yourself about who you are. It's about stepping into your true power as a divine being. So, let me ask you, are you ready to awaken? Because once you start down this path, there's no going back. You'll start to see the world in a completely different way. You'll start to recognize the illusions that have been keeping you stuck, and you'll feel a deep desire to align with your soul's purpose. This is one of the reasons why twin flames come into our lives, to wake us up from the dream of separation, from the illusion of limitation. And here's something important to remember: your twin flame is awakening too. Even if you're in separation, even if it feels like they're not on the same spiritual path as you, trust that their soul is also evolving. You're both on this journey together, even when it doesn't look like it on the surface. The more you focus on your own awakening, the more you'll inspire them to awaken as well. This is the beauty of the twin flame connection. It's a journey of mutual evolution. You're both here to help each other rise, to help each other remember the truth of who you are. Now, let's address one of the biggest challenges in the twin flame journey: the ego. The ego is that part of us that clings to fear, to control, to the need for validation. It's the part of us that resists change, that doesn't want to let go of old patterns or beliefs. And in the twin flame journey, the ego can be your biggest obstacle. It will try to convince you that you're not worthy of love, that the connection is too hard, that it's easier to walk away. But here's the truth: the ego is an illusion. It's not who you really are. So, here's my final question for this part. Are you willing to let go of your ego? Because that's what this journey is asking of you. It's asking you to transcend the limitations of your mind, to step into your heart, and to trust the process. The more you let go of the ego, the more you'll align with the energy of your twin flame, and the more you'll be able to experience the profound love that's waiting for you. We've come to the final part of this journey, and if you've been with me up until now, you're ready to dive into the most profound aspect of the twin flame connection, union and divine purpose. This is where everything comes together. All the healing, all the inner work, all the growth, it leads to this. But let me be clear: union with your twin flame is not just about being together in a romantic sense. It's about stepping into a shared purpose, a mission that transcends both of you individually. Together, you are meant to create something powerful, something that contributes to the healing and awakening of the world. Let's start by asking a deep question: what is your soul's purpose? Why do you believe you're here on this earth at this time? Because twin flames are not just here for their own personal growth. They are here to raise the collective consciousness, to serve humanity in some way. This could be through creative expression, healing work, teaching, or even simply embodying unconditional love. Whatever it is, the union between twin flames is not just for themselves, it's for the world. But before we get there, let's talk about what union really means. Union is not just about physical proximity. It's not just about being in a relationship with your twin flame. It's about coming into energetic alignment with one another. It's about harmonizing your soul's frequency so that you can co-create in a way that serves your highest purpose. And here's the thing: union often happens on an energetic level before it happens physically. You might be wondering, how do I know when I'm in union with my twin flame? The answer lies in how you feel within yourself. When you're in union, there's a sense of peace, of wholeness. You no longer feel like you're searching for something outside of yourself to complete you. You've done the inner work. You've healed the wounds that were keeping you in separation, and now you're able to love unconditionally both yourself and your twin flame. Whether or not you are physically together, the energy between you is one of harmony and alignment. But let me ask you this: are you willing to release the need for external validation? Because, for many, the idea of union is wrapped up in the physical relationship. And while physical union is certainly part of the journey, it's not the end goal. The real union happens within. It's about aligning with your true self, and in that alignment, you naturally align with your twin flame. When you focus on your own inner union, on healing, awakening, and embodying your soul's purpose, the physical union with your twin flame will happen effortlessly. It's a byproduct of the work you've done on yourself. Now, let's talk about divine purpose, because this is where the twin flame journey gets truly exciting. Once you've reached a state of union, you and your twin flame are not just two individuals in love. You are a powerful force for good in the world. Together, you bring unique gifts, talents, and energy that are meant to serve humanity. This divine mission could look different for every twin flame couple. For some, it might be about creating a family that embodies love and compassion. For others, it might be starting a business that helps people heal or awaken. For others still, it could be creative work art, music, writing that uplifts and inspires others. But here's the key: your purpose is not something you have to figure out alone. When you're in union with your twin flame, your divine purpose will unfold naturally. It will be something that feels aligned with both of your souls, something that comes from a place of joy and passion. You don't have to force it or control it. The universe will guide you both towards your purpose, and when you're ready, the opportunities to fulfill that purpose will begin to appear. But let me ask you, are you ready to step into your purpose? Because this is no small thing. Fulfilling your divine mission with your twin flame requires commitment, courage, and a deep trust in the universe. It requires you to let go of your fears, your doubts, and your ego, and to fully surrender to the flow of life. It requires you to trust that everything you've been through, the separation, the healing, the challenges, has prepared you for this moment. And now you're being called to rise, to step into your power, and to serve the world in the way only you and your twin flame can. Let's talk about the energetics of union, because this is something that many people overlook. When twin flames come into union, their combined energy creates a ripple effect. It's like a beacon of light that radiates out into the world, uplifting everyone they come into contact with. This is why twin flames are so important to the collective awakening. Their union is not just for them, it's for the planet. The love between twin flames is a powerful force, and when it is anchored in the physical world, it can have a profound impact on the collective consciousness. But here's the thing: union requires both of you to be in alignment. If one of you is still holding on to fear, doubt, or unresolved wounds, the energy between you will feel off balance. This is why the separation phase is so important. It gives both of you the time and space to heal, to evolve, and to come into alignment with your highest selves. And when that alignment happens, when both of you are vibrating at the same frequency, union becomes inevitable. But here's the final question: are you ready to let go of attachment and trust the divine plan? Because the twin flame journey is about surrender. It's about trusting that everything is happening in divine timing, that the universe has a plan for you and your twin flame that is greater than anything you can imagine. It's about letting go of your need to control the outcome and instead focusing on your own growth, your own healing, and your own awakening. When you do that, the universe will take care of the rest. And when the time is right, your reunion will happen. Not just a physical reunion, but a union of purpose, a union of mission. Together, you and your twin flame will step into your divine roles, serving the world, raising the vibration of the planet, and embodying the unconditional love that is at the core of the twin flame journey. So, here we are at the culmination of the twin flame experience. If you've been called to this path, you are one of the chosen ones. You are here not just for yourself, but for the world. The twin flame journey is not easy, but it is one of the most transformative paths you can walk. It will push you to grow, to heal, to awaken, and ultimately, to fulfill your divine mission. And in the end, you'll come to realize that union was never about finding someone to complete you. It was about remembering the truth of who you are, a divine being, here to love, to heal, and to serve. This is your journey. This is your purpose. Embrace it fully and trust that everything you've been through is leading you towards the greatest love and the highest calling you could ever imagine.